than anybody else. Like,
They'll chop the tree down before the other person's done climbing it.
Have you guys ever seen those Amish? Brennan, you gotta like. Can we record loud things?
We are now.
You guys
Like
seen
our
those
thing.
Amish day laborers up in the valley before?
no.
There's
I
like,
leave the valley to see Amish people usually.
well, no, I know.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
There's a
something a mish if I'm seeing them in the valley. Yeah.
there's I don't know what the corporate mechanism is or like the business model, but like a bunch of restaurants and buildings in the area have been like built or worked on recently by. God, I sound like I'm like tracking Amish people, but like there's a weird Amish day laborer thing going on right now in the Lehigh Valley. I don't know. You figure it out.
It must be just doing it right, and people know that.
I'm
Like, yeah, that makes sense.
Fuck.
Jacob, are we recording?
We are now.
Well,
Past like 2 minutes or so.
boys, welcome to the first episode of the ButteryMales podcast.
Yay!
On that one, Jacob, we're gonna have to get that edit a little bit tighter there. The reaction time. Gotta make
You
sure.
were gonna say buttery boys. That threw it all.
I almost did say buttery boys. Absolutely. Yeah.
Jacob, now that I've got you recording the thing tonight, can you just edit it for me too?
Jesus.
I'll see if I can pencil it into my schedule.
Oh, good.
Can you be funny for me too? Can that be something you can do?
I was gonna ask if you could auto-tune my voice during this.
Oh, dude, this is like ideal goal. We just start making albums out of these. We forego the podcast model and just start albums.
Yeah, no, I mean, we could just start the cipher right now. That's what this all was. So, who wants to drop the beat and spit some fucking dope rhymes, boys?
Drop the beat.
I'll put something in later.
Nice.
I thought that was like whoever did that drop the beat.
What do you think? You think there's production quality behind this show? I mean, come on.
I was like, whoa, what am I in for?
One day where we all have separate soundboards.
All bleeping each other's words
Yeah,
out.
literally just bombarding each other. This is
Well,
after
each of
all.
them. No.
No?
Show some backbone, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, we're like, well, this is also the first episode, so we're about to establish like the dominance within the chat. So
And that's where we realized we're all introverts.
Silence. Just a total
Bad
fun.
at editing. I'm hearing the edit points before you do them.
wow. So
I'm not Emmy nominated for nothing.
Yeah. So what have you guys been up to? What's your life looking like recently? What'd you guys do today?
Yeah, just living that Death Stranding life.
Hell yeah!
Not
Getting
playing
life.
the game, but I'm delivering packages.
Delivering packages. That's a job.
And can you say who you're delivering packages for? Just because they're a small company, and you really need to give them the shout out. They really need the money.
I don't know.
Okay.
No, I think there's enough of a shout out for him. You can guess.
Oh, we're
You can guess up the 2 or 3 that are out there.
Jake,
Is it rainforest based?
well, I was just saying, are you working
Say
at
that.
Alibaba?
Yeah.
Alibaba. Yeah.
You can say, yeah.
Well,
It goes hand in hand with rainforest. Yeah. Yep, I'm doing construction.
rainforest fires.
Yep.
are us.
I'm delivering packages for construction.
Oh,
Oh.
you're the guys.
You're building the machine in Fern Gully.
Yeah, yo, that was one of my first thoughts when you said construction.
Brennan.
Building
I
a
love-
singing Tim Curry bulldozer.
Brennan is just like showing off his new posters to me right
Chill out. Be quiet for a second. I'm just trying to flatten the thing out.
now. Zach, what have you been up to?
I have been working a lot, mostly working. Just bought a motorcycle, so that's been
And
Sweet.
you're actually going to tell you that was the dumbest thing ever. Don't
you tried. You did try. You did say that. Yeah, but I proved you wrong by getting one.
Going ahead and doing it anyway.
Yeah, winning so far.
Directly out of spite. That's why we got it.
I said, "Fuck you, Brennan. Fuck you."
putting a fucking gun in your mouth while you're on it.
Dude.
Yeah, I was terrified.
I'm legally not allowed to sell this to you, but whatever. I don't know. No, but you ate shit on that thing, like, what, within a week?
I didn't eat shit. I was, fucking around, bobbing wheelies in my yard, and yeah,
I didn't eat shit, I licked a turd.
I sniffed the turd. I sniffed the turd. I didn't taste it.
You didn't get the good
I got a
turd.
strong whiff.
You tasted
For
it
sure.
a little bit, technically, though.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
sniffed
smell.
it.
In the back of my throat, yeah.
Gets in your nose.
It was a nice strong whiff.
Yeah, and then sure, I collected up some of that turd and saved it in a Tupperware container and, tasted the next day.
So you didn't have to do that part, though. That seems like
Well-
masochism at that point.
We don't really have to do anything, but some of us just do.
Okay,
Some of
Nietzsche.
us.
Nietzsche.
It's niche.
It's niche. Yeah, I was gonna say it's niche. I believe.
Niche. It's a reference you wouldn't get. It's niche.
Dude, guys, instead of arguing about what he wrote, let's just argue about his name. That seems
true.
like the way better spending of our time.
Oh, for sure.
That's like the Easter egg of literature. You actually have to read their shit. You can just
Yeah, he chose that name.
names.
He chose.
Exactly.
Which one of you was I talking to about the Great Gatsby the other day on
was me.
PlayStation? Because I was, forgive me for repeating myself, but I was just talking to Jake about the scene in Great Gatsby that I always think about is when Daisy is in Gatsby's house and she's like in the room with all of his clothes and she's just like
Oh, yeah.
so blown away by the fact that he's got clothes that she starts like taking them out and throwing them all over the place. And like, if I was Gatsby, even if I liked her, I'd be like, hey, but like, don't do that, Like, it's fucking
guys,
wild.
Do you have any idea how long laundry day is for me?
It's gonna be a fun segment where Brennan brings up Family Guy cutaways and pretends like he doesn't know they're Family Guy cutaways.
What are you talking about?
It's the Gatsby episode where like
There's a
Lois-
Gatsby episode of Family
well,
Guy?
They do all three of the American classes. They do Tom Sawyer, they do Great Gatsby, and what's the third one, guys?
Blade.
American Treasure. Yeah.
They do Blade.
Oh my god, Blade. When Blade got Huck Finn to paint that fence by calling him the N-word, that was some crazy shit.
Yo, yeah, you're not
Eye-opening.
He said, "You vampire son of a bitch," and it's just like, wow, okay. We're taking it places here.
Yeah, this is so other Jacob. I just want to like bring some order to this before we really go off the rails. Jacob, we'll get to everyone. What did you do this weekend, Jacob? How was your week? Did you just job?
Yeah, no, they just worked. I got to I got to edit a interview with I'm so bad I forget his name. The star of that
Darren Aronofsky.
No, the star of that sitcom Speechless about the kid with cerebral palsy. He did an interview with.
Is he one of those guys with three names? Does he have three names?
I have no clue what his name is. Oh, it's Micah Fowler. That's his name. Yeah,
Oh, no.
he. I got to edit an interview with him, and that was pretty cool. Don't really get to do shit like that too often. Over on my other podcast I got to interview Hannah Fearman from that one horror movie VHS. That was pretty wild.
Yo, VHS was fun.
Yeah, it was. She's
I had a really good time watching that.
She's the demon girl from that first the segment where her head splits open and she's like, "I like you."
Yeah.
I interviewed her for like an hour and I was starstruck the entire time, and it's the worst thing I've ever recorded, and I'm terrified to actually edit that and put that out. But yeah,
she's like in movies, like in a movie I like, and then she also like is really attractive, and I'm sure she's way cooler than me too, so it would I'd be
We don't
starstruck
dress
as well.
you. It would just put you in a body bag.
So yeah, that's what I've been up to lately. Not just sitting behind a computer all day, pretty much.
In a way, aren't we all?
You're not.
Yeah, right now. Well, aren't you sharing a phone with Rob?
You know, it's a phone's a computer.
Oh, okay. God damn it. It's Sean. That's what it is. You got me.
If I didn't have a girlfriend, she would have stolen it.
Oh, shit.
So, wow, guys, you know, it's been a long time. It's been a long.
So this has been a good episode. It has been a long time.
Yeah.
A while. I
I'd say.
wrap it up.
Yeah, no.
Did anyone come with topics?
No. I'm looking at Rob's feet right now, and I wish he came with some toe picks. I'm not gonna lie to you; they're fucking gnarly as shit.
You wish he came with toe pics,
Well,
like
you know what?
pictures
Here's
of
the
his
thing.
toes? I mean, you're looking right at him.
I went camping a month
you're
ago,
not.
and I went
Toe picks, or it
barefoot,
didn't happen.
And now I the goblin feet.
Goblin life.
Wait, what about a goblin key? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I missed the goblin storyline.
Why don't we, like, you know, go around and tell spooky ghost stories?
Nah.
Ooh, yeah.
Favorite books. Favorite operas.
Oh, actually, speaking of favorite books, no, I actually started reading a pretty wild book the other day. It's called Antkind by Charlie Kaufman, the same guy who did Eternal Sunshine, Beating John Malkovich. Yeah, he put out a book. He actually tomorrow he has a new movie. Yeah, coming out on Netflix, which is also based off of a really fucking wild book that y'all should. You will watch the movie and then read the book. But
I'm thinking of ending things.
Yeah. It's but yeah, no, his book is called Antkind. It's this basically like kind of wannabe filmmaker guy who's kind of a loser. He spends all his time like sort of watching movies. He has aspirations to make a movie, but he doesn't know where to start. And he finds this one foreign art house sort of movie that's like 3 months long, and he sits down and he watches all of it start to finish, and he's like, this is the best thing ever, I need to tell everyone about it. And he has like the only copy of it, and it gets destroyed except for like a couple frames. So then he sets out to like remake the movie frame by frame.
What are you thinking about ending?
No, different topic, but yeah.
No, I read an New York Times, I think, article about Jesse Plemons in that movie, and it was specifically like titled like, I think it was like, what do people see in Jesse Plemons? And I got upset immediately because I was like, I like Jesse Plemons. I like my Matt Damon with fetal alcohol syndrome looking guy.
Oh man, but yeah, no, that movie looks fucking wild, and I can't wait to watch it. I'm busy tomorrow, but first thing Saturday, I'm sitting down and watching that. It's crazy.
Are you guys like seeing these reviews of Tenet?
I've been hearing.
I have not.
Yeah.
For it. I've seen a lot of ads on Hulu for it.
See, I'm the exact opposite, where I've been hearing a lot of things about it, but I haven't. I only saw a couple seconds of like the first trailer they put out, so I literally know nothing about it.
What do you mean?
I don't see Tenet advertised everywhere, but every once in a while,
I feel like I see it everywhere. It's the only movie I'm seeing.
The only place I'm seeing it is like Yahoo News. Maybe it's my.
You only go on Yahoo.
Love Yahoo News. I'm not going to defend that to you.
I am 2020.
But I've only seen it on Yahoo News, and it's all articles about how like the movie industry is praying that Tenet saves the box office. You know.
Yeah, because they finally proved that you don't need to have a theatrical release to be successful, and all the other studios and theater chains are
$30 for a rental.
I mean, I've gotten pretty close to doing that with the new Bill and Ted. I really want to watch that.
I paid $20 to rent Sonic.
Oh well, yikes!
Sonic was fuck you. Sonic's awesome.
Bad movie.
Incorrect.
I mean, Sonic will win Best Picture this year, but it is still the worst movie.
Will it? I didn't see Sonic.
Dude, Sonic is tight, but also we have a real Tropic Thunder situation because there's not going to be many contenders for the Oscars. Like, Sonic could get in there. I believe in Sonic.
A Tropic Thunder situation where Sonic does blackface.
Yeah.
I don't
Blackface situations are not. Yeah, that's
Like, Sonic.
but Sonic's like,
Not
actually,
you.
you're making a good point. I was doing a commentary on how actors are. It's like, all right, well, Sonic, we forgive you, but come on, man. Like, ugh.
Are you guys are you guys a fan of the changes they made to Sonic? You know about that, right?
Yeah.
You guys think he looks better with the new changes?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
visually, yes. But do you think the movie would have been better if it were the original story and the original?
What was the original story?
What do you mean? Yeah, what original story?
I don't think anything changed.
No, see, Sonic was supposed to have a whole different
Oh yeah, no, that's right. I forgot there was this whole fish out of water thing where not only is he an alien hedgehog, but everyone's like, damn, this thing is fucking ugly, and it's about learning to accept yourself and overcome what other people think.
Really?
It was basically Shrek. And he was Shrek, and he was Sonic. It was crazy.
Really?
I really wrote a great one there.
I think Zach's taking us for a ride here. And I
Yeah,
think Jacob
yes,
will
yes.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, I don't know, man. I mean, it's so funny because you guys have seen what the humans look like in Sonic Adventure, right?
I've never played a single Sonic game.
Oh, dude, Sonic Adventure.
Wait. For what platform? What platform is that?
Sonic
Genesis?
Adventure came out on Sega, and then it was re-released on GameCube.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to also look this up. I want to see.
Dude, I mean, famously, Sonic Adventure, it's like humans just look like grotesque, alien monsters, and the only thing that looks normal are the Sonic characters. It's an interesting.
Oh yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
It's weird, uncanny valley stuff, and they continue to look weird through Sonic through 2006 at least.
I mean, doesn't Sonic have a human girlfriend at one point?
Yeah, Sonic has a human girlfriend in the TV
Sonic,
show.
A big titty anime girlfriend.
Yeah.
Big titty goth girlfriend. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I girlfriend, and the first thing after it was girlfriend age.
Oh.
It's Sonic the Predator.
That could be fine.
They just want to know that they're not creepy.
It's world building,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, the timeline. That's all.
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah.
The Sonic expanded universe is weird.
I mean, the Sonic hentai is truly my favorite.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
That's the expanded universe.
That is a dense universe. I wish I never saw any of that, and I feel like it sneaks up on you and it gets you.
Google things. Just look up Sonic.
Yeah, here, let me send you some stuff really quick.
No, he's got a computer.
No, you've sent me.
No, but I would've sent
You've sent me plenty actually already.
I've got some personal stuff that I've had commissioned for me.
My personal reserve. I'm gonna crack that bitch open.
It's like the Disney Vault, except it's my Disney Vault.
Oh, of course. It's all Sonic hentai.
If you want to submit your own Sonic hentai, then please send us an email at ButteryMales@gmail.com.
Oh, yeah, wait. Before we release this episode, I gotta actually register that Gmail. Because I'm terrified that someone's gonna steal it from us.
I'm terrified we have to buy it. Alt-right dude already or some shit like
He
that.
can have it.
Yeah.
He can have it. Well, yeah.
Let's make it on a different platform. Make it on Yahoo or Hotmail.
You're a Yahoo Hotmail.
How about you?
You gotta do it on Gmail though if you want it for. Oh wait, no, you already have the YouTube channel. So then wait. Then what email did you?
So I just created the thing through my Gmail.
Oh, okay.
Because I was this is all not necessary for the recording, but we're not going to cut it out. I was making the different parts of the network, putting together the network, man. In my computer,
laying all the important groundwork.
But yeah, I forgot to make an email, the most important. But also, I'm planning on making we don't need to talk about this.
But how else will our fans interact with us, though?
Yeah, we need an outlet for them.
Fans?
I just feel like
Haters or fans.
Yeah,
we're like,
Yeah, most importantly, how will the haters interact with us? It's like, it's the reverse where it's like we go in, we don't, but it's like where all the YouTubers get accused of deleting comments or whatever, but we only delete the positive shit, so we have a purely hate-filled comment section.
People
I
love
made
that
something.
shit.
Never mind.
yeah. Brandon's being weird, guys.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he sounds weird. He sounds suspicious over there.
He's being real
It's
sus
fun.
about everything.
Just don't look over here.
I wish I knew.
Okay, so I went to get my
vitamins from the store where I met my friend George, and he was like, "Yo, man, someone take it."
God damn, I love
Is this the cipher?
skills. Yeah, no, it's our improv skills. It's where you pass it off and then you.
I only did 2 bars because I was
Mars.
Jacob, can we just talk about your podcast this whole episode?
Yes, please, ask me questions about my amazing multi-million
How much do you
view.
love having Rob and I on your podcast?
They are my favorite episodes, I won't lie. I know I can always walk away from it with seeing at least several new Sonic hentais
Or Lego.
Let's not forget
or Legos, yeah.
Right, well, no, not hentai. Lego pieces put together and then photographed. Like, Brennan really opened Jacob and I to a new, like, world. A new rabbit hole.
And I do just want to emphasize that it's like it was so easy to open the door that I didn't even have to try. It's not a door that I had already opened. I just typed in,
I guess you just...
Lego porn.
No.
It's not even a door that you just peek through it. It's once you're in, you're already in.
Urine, you know?
It's
That's something else I'm into.
yeah, exactly.
So what do you guys think? R. Kelly, guilty, not guilty?
I don't want to do this.
I also don't want to go down this road because I love R. Kelly. No, I don't.
Hey, I actually, I defend him so much that I call him our Kelly.
Dude, me too. That's awesome.
R. Kelly.
Wow, is that the name of the podcast?
Me and my
Please send us your
R.
thoughts
Kelly.
about R. Kelly to the ButteryMales podcast at gmail.com.
ButteryMales, mails, emails. Yeah, there.
I feel like we're not going to get it if you keep bringing it up.
Yeah, guys, I just typed in Buttery Males podcast and on AOL.com. Check this out.
Oh no, we're not going to be able to get an AIM.
We're pretty big already. People are trying to hop in.
I wanted to leave like a nice away message that was like cheeky, like BRB watching Fight Club or something fun. You know?
Oh.
I thought you were watching Fight Club all the time when you just weren't there.
Brennan's
What else would you do?
Watching
Yeah. Brennan's white knuckle rage is watching Fight Club, jacking his dick off.
Watch it on loop like 8 times a day.
Just fucking spreading my asshole apart to Brad Pitt's haircut in that fucking movie. Just if I could get a dildo made out of the material his jacket is made out of, I would fucking.
You said to me that you wanted to make sure the title of this wasn't too crazy so you could tell your mom.
Well, I wanted to explain that I was doing something. I don't want her to ever listen to the episode of the podcast.
She also
Does your mom listen to the episodes of my podcast you were on?
No, she listens to Alec Baldwin's podcast.
Alec Baldwin has a podcast?
I think it's called like Consider This or some shit like that. So it's like it's smelling your own farts. The podcast. It's truly the wildest shit ever.
I have to, not to talk shit on Brennan's mom, but she recommended to me a ridiculously bad movie podcast.
Which one is this?
Yeah, what was it?
Jacob, it was not yours. Yours is like
The watch list. My mom is just roasting the shit out of me.
Wildly, like, just milquetoast, like, bland YouTube shit. It was awful.
By the way,
What was it?
Two things I like.
Together?
Well-
Yeah, dip it in there?
No, what was this? I'll bleep it out. What was this podcast?
I gotta like go on my phone that if you hear tapping,
It's not worth.
No,
I
we're gonna
did hear tapping. I heard it.
Jake wants to know. Someone fill time.
Oh my god.
This is coming.
By the way, I did want to say.
Wait. It's here's the thing with Alex.
Oh, it's here's
No,
Here's the thing.
Why do you have the Ben Shapiro show?
I just I'll listen to it. I think I might have Pots of America in here. I don't know.
More tapping again. I hear it.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. Jake, what were you gonna say?
The people need to know.
Wait, what I was gonna say?
Yeah, you were cut
What
off.
movie podcast this is?
Jake.
It's called
that's
Movie
what you
Crush,
said?
and it's in the Blade Runner font.
It's Movie Crush.
Movie Crush. Oh, okay.
Movie.
Drag them.
Yeah. Let's like specifically.
That was a great non-point right there.
This is the podcast Brennan's mom recommended to you.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
bad.
I can't believe your mom listens to podcasts.
Well, dude, it's like this thing where I lived with him for 9 months, right? And
Until the baby was born.
I've been exactly 9 months, and then I left. I like got home from my job and she was like home from her job, I guess, and she was like just asking me about my job, asked me like if I can listen to podcasts. I was like, yeah, I listen to podcasts. And then she was like, what podcasts do you listen to? I named off a couple that she had no idea, even ones that like Brennan has probably told her, and she was like, I have no idea.
I've shut her down so many times. She was just like looking out for you. She was like, maybe Rob will.
Dude. Well, she just like, God love her. I love her, but I've got mixed feelings. The woman took me in, but she like would not let me go about this podcast until I I subscribed, and it got to the point where I was like, I'm gonna like put on an episode and go unwind, and I had to put my headphones in. I had to like start listening to the podcast to walk away. Yeah, so let's just tear down some other members of Brennan's family since we know that.
They're all fine. They don't. Let's not do this. Jacob's family.
Are you guys excited for the cruises to start opening again?
The Tom Cruises.
Cruises are opening again?
Yeah, so like Royal Caribbean and Carnival set sail in October. Are we going? Are we doing the ButteryMales cruise tour?
Oh my god!
I think that's the best idea anyone's ever had before.
It would be wildly underpriced. We like
That would be dirt cheap.
We pay people to come watch the show.
It's also maybe the last time cruises will ever run ever if they close down again. So like,
True. What if we could start the ButteryMales cruise?
The ButteryMales cruise line.
Yeah, we get our own cruise line. Start cruises again in our own. We have our own cruise line.
It's like that episode of Ed, Edd and Eddy where they like fashion a raft out of like a mattress and a like a flagpole or whatever. It's just us all sitting in a circle talking about bullshit.
I remember that. I loved Ed, Edd and Eddy back in the day.
That for sure.
Yeah. So they should have gotten Ed some help, right?
Like the dumb one.
Which one?
All of them need
Ed with 2 D's?
No, Ed. Double D is.
No, I know.
Double D's is well off and just had some weird friends.
Double D's definitely got anxiety.
Double D has parents who abandoned him.
I think
Isn't he
Ed with
bald?
1 D might need some special education help a little bit. I also don't think he should be hanging out with like Eddie, who's a fucking like scam artist for Jolly Ranchers. Like, I think it's weird that he's like, what?
He's pretty cool though. I saw it happen.
Shit.
Vicariously.
I was in the
Is Danny
room.
DeVito playing the live-action version of Eddie when they make a live-action movie?
I would love that.
That would be, he'd be perfect.
Let's cast it. Okay, who's your dream cast for the live action Ed, Edd and Eddy?
Billy Bob
Danny
Thornton.
DeVito. Okay.
Wait, are we casting adults?
Yes.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Of course.
Absolutely.
It's our go-to. It doesn't have to be. It's whoever we want it to be.
I don't have a
It's just the funniest cast. The best one.
Tommy
Just
Lee
the best
Jones
one.
is Double D.
I want to say I want to say Paul Giamatti as Eddie.
As Raul. Raul, the son of a shepherd?
Yeah,
Giamatti
really?
as Raul.
Isn't it Rolf? Isn't his
Or
name
Rolf, yeah, Rolf, yeah.
I didn't want to.
I honestly was thinking Kumail Nanjiani for Rolf.
He's too strong now. Kumail is he's too strong. He's too
Yeah,
powerful.
but the son of a shepherd was very strong. He
Yeah.
Oh,
He walked around with a giant fucking hammer strapped onto his head for one episode.
that's true.
He's the perfect cast for that.
Kumail,
He like digs that pit for like the whole first half of the episode. it's a montage of him like sweating day in and day out, like a Belarusian farmer, like digging out this devil pit.
the Jawbreakers were wild. They were
huge. They were
Yeah.
like grapefruits. They were like grapefruits.
Before-
I was disappointed I couldn't find them in that size.
Exactly, yeah. Whenever I watched that show, that was before I ever had a Jawbreaker, and then when I finally had one, I was like, "This is what they're so excited for."
Like, I'm supposed to. My
The fuck is this?
like
Stretching.
had a fetish about like kids with balls in their mouths and some shit like that because like that shit is not accurate at all, even by cartoon standard.
Get your shit together, Ed and Eddie.
Yeah,
Come
really.
on.
This
Yeah,
show
let's,
that's
like,
been
go
off the
down
air
the-
for at least 10
Just,
years.
like, kids drooling
Really hope this
down
live action
down the
movie
street
has
with
goes
balls in their
well.
mouth. Like, are you kidding me right now? Like,
Well,
Jesus
what
Christ.
did you guys think of when they went to like near the end of the show? They started going to school. Like they had episodes in.
Oh, yep.
I think I stopped watching it at that point, but I know what you're talking about.
You could tell there was a change, like for sure.
Mm-hmm.
We're growing up. I didn't want to be there. I didn't want to see this thing happen. I
They
wanted
were
this.
like going to school in the early season.
Were they?
Yeah, they weren't.
I don't think so. I think it was all like summer vacation.
Yeah, they were never like in school. At least you never saw school.
Oh, okay. I mean, okay.
They were in school.
Tripping.
Yeah,
School.
I think they were enrolled.
yeah, probably. There was just a huge transition. It really hurt. It just hurt seeing them stop chasing, jawbreakers and
No,
stuff.
and it's like around the time my dad and my mom were too. So it was just like wild stuff going.
Yeah, man. Senior year was crazy.
I always thought of my dad as an Ed type, actually.
It's kind of so like. Let's bring it back to. I think really the people who should be in trouble are the parents of Ed, right?
I was just thinking, like, the parents are never there.
I think
Yeah.
all of the parents for all of them.
Well, all the parents.
Laundry room.
Him and Ken.
Yeah, they lock him in the basement. They literally at one point they take away the staircase so that he can't leave.
I just say everyone in that show can be like as strong as like a top tier anime character if they want to be. Like for like any one of the characters, they've done it. Like they've just like crushed like concrete or something.
He
Like
swallowed like a whole slide. Didn't Ed swallow like an entire whole slide?
Yeah, it was like yeah.
There's an episode where he like cements people to the wall in his basement.
with like corn puffs or something. Yeah, that was the wildest shit ever. That was like the first like horror thing I've ever been exposed to. Is when that's the episode where he becomes like this like dragon monster or something, right?
yeah.
That was like, and it's all from like his POV, and you don't know what he looks like. That's scary shit.
That was a thrilling episode.
A thrilling episode of the show. Speaking of which,
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
The Emmy-nominated episode of Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
is it really?
No, the Eddie nominated.
Not yet.
I watched the first episode of the original Pokemon show last night, and I was vibing to that shit. It was pretty good. I mean,
The original series was solid.
Just
absolutely a kid
soaking,
show,
like,
and it's, like,
balls
really
deep
slow.
in nostalgia. Like when you're hopping into that shit, though. Like,
What'd you say?
I'm sure it's not like amazing, but you're just like soaking in fucking nostalgia.
Well, the truth is,
I would be too. Like when you talked about it, I was like, "Oh, that sounds nice."
Have you ever had that moment where like you have such a fond memory of like a show or a movie or something, and you're like, oh man, that was the shit. That was the like, it's never gonna get any better than that. Oh, you know what? Here, let's put that. I want to watch this again. Fuck it, I'm an adult now. I can go back and watch this whenever I want. And then you watch it, and it's just complete shit. And you're like, how did I ever get interested in this?
Yeah.
There's nothing more crushing than that.
Like one scene you pick out that you're like, oh yeah, that was it, that was awesome.
Wait, that sucks. Yeah, I was a dumb child.
I feel that way about the Christopher Nolan Batman movies now.
Really?
Honestly. I look back at them and I'm like, ooh, these are not great.
The Dark Knight is the only good one.
It might be. I don't. The Dark Knight also ends with like Batman is like, okay, so it's okay for me to hack everyone's phone and like surveillance everybody, like commit like fucking
fascism is fine.
Fascism.
It's actually that's the it's based off of the Edward Snowden story 6 years before it happened. And then when he drives off, it's he's going to hide out in Russia for a few years until the whole thing blows over.
Well, that's kind of what he does, yeah. Exactly.
Some deep knowledge.
That's what Edward Snowden's doing right now. He's like training.
He's the Russian Batman.
He's getting really strong. Like learning kung fu.
Jesus Christ.
Bats frighten me, and it's time that people shared my fear.
Did you guys hear the slopes?
Edward Snowden's hitting the slopes.
Yeah, more like Edward Snowboarding.
Whoa!
Oh,
Yeah.
But you meant he just had a shit ton of money and blew it all on coke. The whole time. Yeah, he's like partying his fucking ass off. Oh no, snowboarding. Yeah, that's smart.
Snowboard.
Yeah, that's actually really good and very smart. Actually, it's very good, and very funny. Actually, and it's good that I said that and very smart that I said that. It's good that you guys reacted the way that you. It shows that you're smart. That you're. It's all smart.
Yeah.
Keep us on edge with your sharp wit.
I cut my
Too violent, yeah.
boy.
Oh. So, like, gotta talk about Batman.
We gotta talk about Robert Pattinson getting COVID.
Yeah, that's true. I literally just saw that right before we started recording.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
How are we going to stop it?
How was he gonna stop it?
How are we going to get rid of this thing?
We'd have to all become Batman and all get COVID.
The Joker's infected thousands of products all across the city with COVID.
What if the only cure for COVID was the Joker's laughing gas? Would you do it? Would you get Joker-fied?
I can't get Joker-fied again.
Yeah, I mean, you were a wreck for a while afterwards.
Yeah. We live in a society. We get it.
Yeah.
Get me out of here.
So, have we all seen the Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie?
Yes, I have.
I have not either.
I
mean, like, it has been, like, the internet has ruined it for me. So, if you guys want to talk, go ahead. I
don't have any. I was just curious.
Have you ever seen that clip of Todd Phillips, like, crushing somebody's dreams about, like, what they think the movie meant? Like, do you guys know what I'm talking about or no?
No, but I bet.
There's this Q&A he was doing. He was like talking about when he was doing like test screenings or whatever, and he showed it around to like some of his director friends or whatever, and I forget who it was, but someone was like, "Oh man, no, that's brilliant!" Like that you cut to him at the asylum at the end, and it's up to your interpretation if like the whole movie was like he was just sitting in that chair in the asylum and he was like thinking of this fucked up thing. Oh my god, like that's so great! Like it keeps his origin ambiguous, and Todd's like, "No, that's not it at all." Like, yeah. It actually happened. Like, this incredibly like nuanced and interesting interpretation off the end of the movie. No, that's not it.
No. Then let's talk about how everyone in the world saw Joker, and now we're like lighting cop cars on fire. It's like ignited the revolution.
I don't want to give him that much credit, but yeah, absolutely. I
mean, he reminded people you could light cop cars on fire for sure.
By the way, guys,
people forget.
It's possible. Yeah, I mean, it's possible for sure. Do it actually. Which reminds me, have you guys met your quota for the week?
Everyone who signs up for the ButteryMales podcast owes me 100 cars, and I won.
Don't say Nazi scalps. That's what it is.
Or you will die trying.
Yeah.
I am wildly excited to
Come up with the next thing to say.
yeah. It's like it's just one of those things where I'm like, if I just talk it out, if I like talk it into reality.
I've tried it a couple times already, and it's just not really done it totally for me. But once again, we're all just getting there in the zone, and topics will help in the future. We can figure that.
All right. Okay. So here's something I actually do want to talk about. I forgot about this. Okay. So you guys have seen The Godfather, right?
Yeah.
Like, classic Francis Ford Coppola movie. Like, the one thing like that always bugs me whenever people talk about that movie, that people are really shocked when I say this, but the camera angles are
Jacob.
nuanced, niche little references. Bringing it right back to the beginning. Niche.
Well, kind of
What an author. What a philosopher.
You hear Coppola's releasing another cut of Godfather 3 called Godfather Coda: The Death of Michael Corleone.
Godfather Coda, Jesus.
Well, apparently
that's too
what him
funny.
and Mario Puzo wanted to call Part 3 initially. Anyway, so they're just like recutting shit and like making stuff longer and shortening stuff, and it's like, I don't know if I need any. I think Godfather 3 probably vibing out right where it's gonna be.
As long as they elongate that final death scene, who's Totter,
Add more incest.
the like 30 too.
Yeah.
Incest, and that last death scene where his daughter gets shot up and the like sister's crying and everything's crazy, right?
Oh, Talia Shire.
Like, and maybe give me a full 20 minutes at the end just watching him sit in the chair, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the
full 20-minute. Like, I want to walk out to the chair very slowly, sit down,
beat his dick for a little bit.
kind of like take a breather.
God, I want to see
And,
old man,
of course.
playing with his dick on that porch, just fucking smashing his pud.
Why won't you work?
Just when I think I'm out, my dick won't come back. Just like something nuts like that. But yeah, I mean, in general, I think it's just good to know Zach is really not a movie guy. He doesn't really watch a whole lot of. So
I watch all the ones that you need to watch.
Hey Zach, do you want to come on my podcast sometime?
So you've seen.
I'm gonna
Zach
be.
would recommend
I'm gonna look like a
Force
dipshit. I saw Force Awakening. I did actually with Jake.
Was that the last movie you saw in theaters?
Force Awakens.
I do think that was the last movie I saw in theaters, and I saw that because my friends wanted to go out and see a movie.
Yeah, I was really excited to go see it, and then I was really
Let
bored.
down.
That was the first Star Wars movie of my
Just
life.
let
I've seen.
down.
Which is criminal. That's like
It's
Yeah,
not.
that's fucking so.
No,
Really,
see,
like,
the thing is,
really haven't seen any movies.
Things,
Zach.
The thing is, a John Carpenter movie that released in 1982.
great film. The thing is, an amazing movie. Just watch that instead of Star Wars. That's what my
That's what he's trying to say.
lawyer always
Zach, have
said.
you seen The Thing?
No,
Yeah.
I know of it though. I'm a Stephen King fan. Am I right?
No.
Stephen King.
Gotcha.
Oh my god. It's just The Thing, but it's Tim Curry like running around the Antarctic base and so my hat.
The It.
The It.
Okay, so,
Everything snows up here, George.
How about, while we're talking about Star Wars, how about we talk about John Boyega like just shitting all over the movies he was in?
yeah, John
I don't know
Boyega
shit about shit. He said. I
He's
heard
right.
it.
Dude, he's been on fire since the London protests.
Oh, yeah.
He's
Yeah.
been killing it. Like,
Yeah, he seems
while
really cool.
while what's her name is like, I haven't gotten a single job.
Oh,
since
Daisy,
Star-
nobody's giving me offers because I did some shitty Star Wars movies and there's a pandemic and a legitimate civil rights movement happening. I'm a British white girl.
I'm a British white girl who can't find a place.
I'm all the Jedi. I deserve better than this.
Jesus Christ.
Dude,
Sorry.
John
Yeah,
John
John
Boyega,
Boyega.
such a.
And Ray Fisher. I give it up for Ray Fisher, too.
Well, I think like it's funny that they were all like joking and laughy about how like when they were still doing wrap up press releases, they were like joking about how I don't really think I would have. No.
Well, okay, hold on, stop. Go back to what the last thing you were saying. They cut out really badly right there on my end.
Oh, no.
Oh, just when Star Wars was like when the end of the like media tour was, for Star Wars, Daisy Ridley and John Boyega and
Oscar
Isaac were like on a bunch of like interview and like talk shows where they were like, oh yeah, Star Wars is like really rough. Like I don't think I want to do this again. Joking about it.
There's one part where they asked, they're like John Boyega, they're like, well, what about like maybe a show? And he's like, you're not going to Disney Plus me. And acknowledging 100% the fucking bullshit that's going on was making like, legitimate actors into TV actors, and not even TV actors, web series actors. Like fuck that shit. Ugh.
Yeah, I just don't like. Obviously, I don't appreciate the Disney Star Wars, but I gotta say, like, super thankful for getting John Boyega out.
Yeah,
and honestly, like highlighting Oscar Isaac and like getting him more attention too, like super cool. Like both of their careers, like
yeah, I'm excited for them.
The two of them, those are some cool guys.
Yeah.
Like
John
both of them.
Boyega, Oscar Isaac, we know you're out there. Come on the show,
Please.
Yeah, hop on.
Hop on the show, yeah.
Or Jacob.
Probably Jacob's show. Put him on Jacob's show, yeah.
Jacob, so can you just so like you got what's his name? Who directed Thunder Road?
Jim Cummings.
You got Jim Cummings on LinkedIn, right?
That was purely by happenstance. Some random person sent me a connection, and then I was trying to see who that was, and then I saw that they had Jim Cummings as a connection. And I was like, oh, okay, why not? And I clicked it, and then like instantly he added me back, and I thought that was kind of crazy.
I am curious how many actors just have LinkedIns. Or like, I guess he's like a director actor, but like, do you think like,
I've got a LinkedIn.
I mean, I have one, but I'm not like, you think Robert De Niro has a LinkedIn?
Let's find out right now.
Someone that has one for him, I would think. I doubt he does it himself. Like, at that level, that's like...
What? No, dude, what do you mean? Joe Biden tweets for himself, and Robert
that's true. That's a mistake. Those are both mistakes. That's two big mistakes. Don't no. Both of those, no.
Robert De Niro does not have a LinkedIn.
He doesn't.
Shit. He's kind of set for life, as they say.
How do you get in contact with these people?
Yeah, how do you just... Like, people call them,
Like a man stalk that pussy?
Wait, hold on. I just, on LinkedIn, he's under a different name. It's Sucky Sucky Girl.
That's it. That's the picture. Yeah, that's him.
The cat's out of the bag, Bobby.
Sorry.
So, yikes. Jake, what do you Twitch stream? Do you still do your Twitch stream?
No.
Okay.
I gave up on that. It's boring, like it just gets boring. I'm not that good to be doing it anyway, so it's like, what am I doing?
Okay. What games were you playing?
I was doing some Fortnite. And then I did was trying to platinum Dark Souls 2, and I gave up on that.
Sounds awful.
It's just insane. So much time for like a game that's like 7 to 8 years old right now, like where I need to do some online things to get trophies, and I'm like, nah, fuck this.
Well, yeah, because like if you run into anyone in the online, it's like
Oh my gosh.
monster who hasn't logged out in 3 years.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This guy is like glowing. Like he has things that are happening with him that I didn't know could happen.
Yeah, I like backed out of the game the third one real quick. It's the only one I tried.
Yeah,
you and Brennan did that.
Well, I literally was. I was house sitting for him, and he on his way out was like, "Oh, dude, I got Dark Souls 3, and it's super hard." And I was like, "It can't be that hard." And it took me 4 hours to get through the tutorial boss.
Oh,
can I ask this about the game? It's not just that it's hard; it's like the tone is unpleasant. Like
that's kind of the point, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't. Oh, I didn't mind it. Here's the thing. I just have my wisdom teeth out, so I was super high on Vicodin the whole time. I got past the tutorial boss, and the little bit of the game I saw, I was like, "This is cool," but I keep getting like bitch slapped by these like giant armed creatures.
Yeah.
No, and I also understand what you're saying with it's the point, but like there's a difference between like a game that like lets me understand the seriousness of the world I'm playing in and a game that like just the atmosphere makes me depressed. Like that's how I feel about
I get you. Yeah, atmosphere is depressing. There's no doubt about it. It is cool, like if you adventure in it, but like it's like I don't know, if you go from playing like a game like which I don't know why you would make this jump, but like that one Star Wars game where you're like the Jedi.
What, Fallen Order, the one Sean's playing?
Wait, what is it?
Jedi Fallen Order.
Force Awakens?
Oh no, not the new one, the old one.
Force Awakens is from like the 360 era.
Yeah, so that game is like really easy. You can like go up to people as you're getting shot and like take damage and just like kill them and you're fine. And like,
it's a fun
if you're
game.
used to things like that, like it is fun. You're right. but Dark Souls, like, I guess it just humbles you because like you're like, oh shit, that arrow, if it like nicks me, is gonna do some damage to my life like permanently.
Order my health.
Yeah.
I guess I don't like the concept of like getting good because that's that whole game.
No,
that game's mantra.
Right.
It's like, what if it takes me 40 hours to get good?
But it's also like you got to get good at every separate boss too.
Yeah.
Like, god damn it. You know, I just want to get good, period. Like, just let me do that or whatever. I don't know.
Like, as I was explaining to you, like, the difference between, like, that Star Wars game and Dark Souls, get good was, like, in my head, and I was, like, just hating every bit of, like, what I was saying. Right. Like, I was like, I hate explaining this, like, because it's, like, unnecessary. It's just stupid. It's a hard game. If you don't like it, you're totally right to not like it. It's fine.
For sure.
I guess for me, I just wish there was a more accessible.
And I've heard from people like you and I, it might be Sekiro, but like it's different. Like
Sekiro's hard though. Sekiro's still really hard.
Really hard.
Okay, well,
but I've heard from people that aren't like good or fans of the Dark Souls game that Sekiro was a weird. It's just I think it's because it's different combat styles. So I think that's things where it's like I think for people maybe I don't know maybe I would be better suited for the game. But
I think it's a possibility because like it's way different fighting mechanics than Dark Souls. So it's like you're separated from that. The brutality though, like and cruelness of the environments and the world, like that's the same though. Like it's a little more vicious too.
Yeah.
All right, Rob,
Oh, okay. So, I'm sorry, guys. I want to read this. So Jeffrey Goldberg just tweeted, new from The Atlantic, Trump skipped a visit to an American military cemetery in France after calling the dead losers for getting killed.
Is that real?
Yeah. Americans who died in war are losers and suckers.
That was the whole, like, John McCain thing. Like, I'm not voting for John McCain. He's a POW. A real veteran doesn't get captured.
Oh my
ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous.
Oh yeah,
it's fucking ridiculous. It's such an
insane like meme like ideology is so insane. Like it's
crazy.
People are
also,
really believing
it. A person who is like, I send people to war and like. If you don't take back, you're a fucking loser.
Get out there, you fucking losers.
Dude, that's okay.
Fucking pussy.
You lost in the ultimate died.
Well, so kind of on this note, Rob and I were watching a video the other day of Joe Biden, who was delivering some pizzas to a firehouse in Pittsburgh, and he was being accosted off camera by somebody, and you could just see it in Joe Biden. He just wants to, like, he's got that old senile thing where it's like, all right, I'm ready to fight this dude, or whatever.
It was
like, I don't care if I'm running for president. I'm going to beat up one of the people that would vote for me. And, like, so it's across the street, and there's a part, so he's got a Secret Service agent right next to him. And Joe Biden, at one point, takes down his mask to yell at the guy across the street. And you see the Secret Service agent, like, flinch so hard, putting his hands in his pockets. And this is a guy who's supposed to take a bullet from this man, and he will not get sneezed on by him. Like, I fucking love this. He like, catches himself mid-flinch, and he's like, I gotta do something. So he puts his hands in his pockets. Like, I can't have just flinched. I'm a Secret Service agent or whatever. But, like,
I'm cool still, and he puts his hands up.
Yeah, exactly. He, like, had Biden cough some sunglasses onto his face, and he's like, "See, thanks, sir."
So, what do you guys think of the new, like, Joe Biden and Donald Trump just, like, calling each other socialists thing?
This is very interesting.
Isn't it fucking...
We don't have to get in right now, but it's interesting. We're in where, like, they are fighting for each other's voters and just being like, "Oh, if you're on the left, like, fuck you." No. It's the idea that, like, Trump is calling, like, Biden a socialist who wants to defund the police, and Biden's like, no, I want to give him $500 million. Yeah. And it's like, read the fucking room, you old senile piece of shit.
He just doesn't know what's going on, like, at all.
I just read a letter to the editor, once again, Yahoo News, like, that was like, Joe Biden needs to condemn, like, American protests if he wants to win the election. And
that might be honestly, I wouldn't doubt that is
they're
like
both fighting for the right.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah. It's like
that basically is what it is.
I mean, it's just like the difference between Twitter fascism and old fascism. It's like, no. I want to be, like, nice and, like, you know, refer to them as the blacks.
I want to be 4chan fascism.
Yeah, exactly.
As shit Stark. Yep.
Yeah. So let's just go right back to it. I wanted to ask. Have you guys played Nier?
Nier Automata? No.
Yeah.
No.
I played Nier Automata and I love it.
Wait, who?
Automata is.
I don't even know what that is.
I've heard it
I
pronounced
know,
both
Jacob.
ways.
Jacob, this one's not for you. Zach, have you played it?
I've not, but
Okay.
you know.
Well, this is just like pointless then.
Yeah, we don't have to get into that then.
No, 2B's ass, hentai.
You played it, Jake?
I never played Nier Automata or Automata.
You played the
Automata,
original?
but I've played none. But you've talked to me about it, and I've also seen gameplay, and it looks like something that would be, like, right up my alley. Like, it looks beautiful. Like, it looks really
like,
good.
That was a struggle session recommendation. Like, not like something I heard, like, I knew nothing about. I just listened to an episode of Struggle Session about it, and I was like, this sounds really weird. And I was like, I've been growing. I think this was around the time that I had just come off of only playing PUBG for 1 year straight. And I was like, I need something, like, bizarre and wild to, like, entertain me right now. And I heard about this game, and I heard about it, but there's, like, something in, like, talking about it that it's like I feel like you only hear the first 25% of what anybody says to you about it because there's so much to take in already. But, like, when you play the game, it is one of those things where it's like, I mean, a similar feeling with, like, Death Stranding, where it's like, this is, like, nothing I've ever played before. It's weird, and it's, like, the most fulfilling experience I've had in a long time.
I wanted to just chime in, because, like, I haven't beaten it. Brennan's done the whole, like, 3 playthroughs. I've done, like, half of one
what,
playthrough.
Death Stranding?
Of Nier Automata, the way it works, there's separate playthroughs because you play as different characters. There's, like, an A story, a B story, and a C story, so you end up playing some of the same events a couple times, but all from a different angle. So really, one playthrough is 3 playthroughs. Like, that's how it's supposed to work.
It's like it's one of those games where the boss fights are, like, awesome. It's, like, very high concept boss fights. The fighting is interesting.
Also punishing.
Well, that was, like, my question, where I was like, you know, I don't think it's as hard as Dark Souls by any means.
I don't know.
But it's like,
well, one of the things I would say about it, like specifically in the punishing aspect, that is, I think, probably different from Dark Souls. Maybe not. Maybe you could correct it. But like, I feel like Dark Souls is a game that like encourages saving as much as possible when you can.
Yeah.
Obviously, like a lot of those hard videos.
That's where you're wrong. There's no saving in Dark Souls unless you it like well, you kind of just like close out of the game. Like you find a safe spot and you can save there, or you have to like go to like a bonfire, but like you can't like go back in your saves.
The bonfire. Like, wait, so yeah, like the big saves are where you can like put the souls and everything like that, or is that what's
the bonfire?
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so like the bonfire is like your resting area. It's places where like the enemies won't be attacking you because you're resting at a bonfire. Whereas like if you like cleared out an area and then like you were like, I can chill here now, all the enemies are dead, and then like for some reason like a wandering enemy from like so far away just you thought you were safe for a while and then just came over and like would kill you basically.
Okay, gotcha.
It sounds really fun.
One thing with Nier is like just on the level of like I think it's a different amount of like punishing almost, where the opening to Nier is like in each playthrough or like story, it gets the opening part of it gets harder, but like it's like close to 30 minutes without a save.
It's long, dude.
It's like you have to do it all in one go through in 30 minutes, or like you have to start over, and like it's just kind of one of those things where it's like it can be brutal, and I had to set it down a couple times and then come back to it days later.
I made it through the first boss fight in the game at the end of the like opening sequence, and I died near the end of the boss fight.
Oh God!
And I realized that it sent me all the way back to the beginning, and I like almost uninstalled the game. Yeah. And it was like a real moment of like, no, like don't be a bitch. Like I still haven't beaten the game, but
I think I'm saving up for a Switch. I think that's going to be my next like
big
purchase. And so I think I'm not sure if it's on there yet, but like that is a game where, well, just in general, a bunch of games that I want to replay. I want to replay them on the Switch because I want to have the ability to have portable and like all that stuff. I just want to be able to do all that. But that's a game that's on there. Actually, Zach, this might be a little bit more in your alley, and I'm actually interested in it. It piqued my interest today, but did you see that Switch is releasing that 3-pack for the Mario?
Yeah, the Super Mario.
But it's only it's a limited release. It's only until like March of 2021. So they're doing their own Disney Vault kind of thing.
Interesting.
Yeah, so that's one of those things where it's like I'm gonna get a Switch prior to that game running.
Yeah, it's Super Mario 64, Super Mario 9, and Mario Galaxy, all up resolution a little bit, and 69 frame ratio.
I love the Flood, dude. Flood is
Flood was great. Sunshine was such a gem.
Well, it's really such a gem game. For me, I'm like not a platformer. Yeah. I don't like platforming.
Okay.
And so fucking Super Mario Sunshine is like adventure platforming.
Totally.
And it's not as damning. It's like,
Yeah, it's less. The stakes are lower. I mean, I know it's like recent and it got enough praise when it came out, but I do just want to go ahead and throw it up again. Super Mario Odyssey was dope as hell. I fucking love Super Mario.
Amazing.
I've heard a lot of criticism.
How did you play? Odyssey was a Switch game.
Yeah, I borrowed somebody's Switch.
I was like, okay. I was like,
I'm also curious about that. How did he do that?
Odyssey was amazing, but wait a second. Great game.
Jake, have you played anything recently? Have you been playing any games recently? I'm not sure if you have a system yourself, but I don't know if you play anything on your computer or not.
Which Jake? Are you talking?
Sorry. Yeah, Jacob.
I've been getting really into ever since I kind of stopped gaming like once I graduated college. I don't know why, but ever since the pandemic started, I've been really getting back into like Steam and their whole library. Like I've sunk over 1,000, not since pandemic started, but I topped out like 1,200 hours in Team Fortress 2 over the course of the pandemic. I love that game so much. I never get tired of that, no matter how long I take a break from it and come back. It's still fun. There's this one game I found. What's that?
is that Valve? Are those the people that made the Team Fortress games?
Yeah, that's Valve. They did Half-Life, Portal, Left 4 Dead, all that. There's this like really, really wild game I found. I want to say back in like April or so, or no, it might have been like June, but it's called Deep Rock Galactic, and it's kind of like Deep Rock
Galactic is my shit.
I love that game so much. It's like Minecraft and Left 4 Dead and like Aliens, and it's so good.
It's also got a really fun, like, I love gig economy games. Because it's like just a gig economy mining game, but like, yeah, with dope alien shit. And oh yeah, that game, plus it's 4-player.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and you can play
so much fun.
Wow, I've never heard of this.
It's like, so you're like this, you're basically you're these dwarves in outer space, and you get dropped down onto this like these alien planets, and you like get dropped down into these like caves that are like hundreds of miles below the surface or whatever, and this guy's like, okay, you need to find 200 pounds of this fucking element or whatever, and then call the escape pod, and there's aliens trying to kill you, and you have a time limit you have to escape by. It's really tense, and it's really, really good.
That's
and like,
great. I love that. That sounds like super cinematic.
It's like very spaced. You like, if your whole team doesn't make it back to the drop pod, you fail. If you like lose too many members, you don't get like bonuses.
Yeah. And like each member of the team is like outfitted with their own like specific weapons to get jobs done. Like there's one character who has a gun that like creates these platforms on the wall, so you can like scale walls and like get stuff that's up on the ceiling, and then that pairs well with like another character who has this grappling hook, so like you can shoot a platform up on the wall, and then your buddy can like fly up onto the wall and grab whatever you wanted him to get. It's so much fun.
My favorite character is the Digger. He has like
the drill, the digger. The guy with the drills on his hands, right?
Yeah, the guy with the drills on his hands, because you're digging through this like massive planet, like, you know, structure. It's like this massive cave. If you like need to move through an area quickly, you just have that guy make you a highway.
Basically, yeah.
It's awesome. It's like, especially if you have a good one, and right at the end, you're like, he just digs like a 300-meter highway all the way to the pod.
Yeah.
So, plus, it sends you like massive hordes. It's like bigger. There are games like even Nazi zombies. It's like, oh yeah, we've got like big hordes of zombies.
Yeah, it's like this game. The way I always describe it is like, imagine like if you're like in the Nether or whatever in Minecraft, and you're trying to get gold or whatever, and then randomly someone was like, hey, you got an alien swarm, and then all of a sudden like a shit ton of creepers just come out and jump you. Like that's what Deep Rock Galactic is.
From the walls, from like tunnels you didn't realize were there. It's so cool, dude.
There's a new zombie game called Days Gone that has like that whole like horde like thing you're talking about. There's just like an insane amount on the screen. Like
that looks good. I mean, it's
I've been playing Days Gone a lot.
I've heard great things about it. One thing I was going to mention just to take it a little bit back to the Valve thing is
Half-Life Alyx.
So not Half-Life Alyx, and it's not actually Valve, I should say. But so for a while after I'm jumping ahead of myself here. A while after Left 4 Dead 2, they had worked on a beta for Left 4 Dead 3, and they eventually canceled it. And I guess Left 4 Dead is the initial property of these like two guys who created it while they were at Valve.
Yeah.
And so Valve has no intention of doing another Left 4 Dead game. So those guys, I guess, have left Valve, and like they're doing their own thing, which is like a spiritual sequel to Left 4 Dead called Back 4 Blood.
Yeah.
So it's apparently just like it's apparently the exact same style, like first person stuff. I don't know when to look out for it or anything like that, but it's one of the where I'm super excited. Apparently, also Left 4 Dead 2 just released. It's like a first update in like 13 years, because it's like they got like a
well, because the whole thing is like the reason why Valve like took like, because they made Portal 2, and then I mean they had Dota and like CS:GO and all that in between, but like most of what they've been doing the past like 10 years or so is developing like their new engine to make Half-Life Alyx. So and how they tested it out was they they when they were like making the engine, they were using like Left 4 Dead and like the Left 4 Dead assets and all that to like test out this new engine and see what they could do. And so there is a bunch of like updated newer Left 4 Dead like assets and models and all that, so that makes sense that those guys would be like, hey, no, we're gonna take that and go make our new game, because it's all already there. So I'd imagine it's coming out pretty soon.
So I don't think it's with Valve, though. I think they're doing it separately from them. But yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. I think, I don't know. I'm interested to see kind of what's going on. I didn't know that they've been working so long on their engine there, but they kind of just put out. Yeah, well, they put out seems to be really critically lauded. So I mean,
they also make so much money through Steam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's the other thing, like CS:GO with the weapons skins and
shit. Yeah, for sure.
And I think Team Fortress 2 also has like a bunch of different.
What is CS?
TF2 brings in, I don't know how updated this stat is, but it brings in $1 million a month just on like crates and like weapon skins and all that.
So what is so good about? Like, here's my question: it's like I've never played those games. What is so good about the Team Fortress or the Counter-Strike games that keeps them relevant in the era of like
Counter-Strike? To me is, I don't know, Counter-Strike to me was always kind of like novel. Like it's just kind of like if you want to say like if you're a COD player and you want to make the jump to PC gaming, then you play CS:GO. Like there's nothing really super special about it. Yeah, but TF2 is like it's kind of like a lot of the stuff I said with Deep Rock Galactic about how like you have like this team and like everyone has their own like special thing they do and you have to like cooperatively work together to accomplish this goal. It's just something about like that kind of energy and like the.
Well, it's like the way Brent and I used to love playing like Domination and Call of Duty, because it's like, ooh, I actually have an intention. Like instead of just go kill people, it's like I gotta like work to take this spot.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's what Battlefield's for the objective.
Oh, for sure. Mm-hmm. I get very from Team Fortress 2. I've never played it, but I get very. Maybe it's just because like similar, but. I get Time Splitters 2 vibes off of it. It kind of, for whatever reason, I get Time Splitters. I love Time Splitters 2. Time Splitters 2.
I don't know about that.
You don't know, Jake?
I don't think. I think that's a swing and a miss.
All right. Well, I've never played the game, son of a bitch.
It's if you get a working computer, it's free. Just.
Well, that's the other appeal of like Counter-Strike and Team Fortress is they're just free.
Yeah, because they make so much money on the skins. It's like, well, why bother?
Yeah,
dude. How about Epic Games sticking it to Apple?
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
Did you guys see that one big tech company accuse the other big tech company of being 1984?
Well, no, that's like what I love is like even more so on top of it. It's so like crazy. So you guys like knew what you were doing at the time and then fucked up. Like that's what I love about that shit. Anyway.
No, dude. Do you guys think that Apple is like taking too much money from us? For sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
There was that whole thing. There was that whole thing a few years ago where like they were intentionally like slowing down the OSs or whatever, so you'd buy the new phone.
Yeah. I had to buy a new phone recently,
and obsolescence.
I was right in this middle period where the 5G phones are about to come out, so I could buy a new phone, but in a month that new phone that I was about to buy was going to slow down anyways. So I had to use my insurance on like a piece of shit refurbished phone that is still incredibly slow. But it was just frustrating to be at the store and have them like literally tell me like, yeah, I mean, this phone is going to slow down when the new update comes. And it was just like,
oh, they told you.
Yeah, but it's just like this thing where it's like, you guys used to be like kind of coy about that.
Yeah, here, just so you know, like in a month, we're going to waste a whole lot of your money. So just be ready for that.
Yeah.
There is like for sure. I don't know. I mean, like I think that they definitely designed their phones to wear out, but like what they said, dude, I'm about to defend Apple. What they said,
just stop where you are.
No,
you don't. You really don't. They've got so much money. They do not. They could pay you to do this.
Yeah. Well,
Rob's out here like picking on the little guys over at Apple.
Taking food out of Steve Jobs' mouth.
All I'm saying is like, I don't think you can run like Windows 10 on like a 2003 computer. You know.
You gotta beef that computer up, but
fuck you.
But
here's the thing. Here's the thing. We didn't go from Windows Vista to Windows 10 in 6 months.
True. That's true. That's very true.
Rome wasn't built in a day, my man.
I like don't know enough, and I've also boxed myself in on. Maybe
Rob just starts quoting Silicon Valley season. He's like top bottom processing.
Napster.
The windows, the coffee cup window blinds, pencil.
See, yeah, exactly. A computer with erectile dysfunction has software that needs to make firmware. That's just a bit I thought of. Maybe that somebody else thought of that, but throw it out there. That's good. And that's good and it's funny.
Yeah, well, your girl's ex has firmware where I got hardware. So.
I'll fucking kill you. You need to go.
Joking.
Take that shit back. I'll fucking kill you.
I was fucking this. I was joking.
Bryce? Yeah, what the fuck? You said you put hardware where your firmware is? What? Who's Zach Jones? No, Zach.
Oh God. Oh Jesus Christ.
You guys like Zyrtec?
Oh, what a drug, man. I pop that shit every night.
Hell yeah, man. I got some Zyrtec and some Singular earlier today.
Did you hear that, like, oh my god, I hate the fucking news. Did you guys hear that, like, teenagers are drinking Benadryl because they can't, like, get lean anymore or something?
Hell yeah.
I've been on that kick.
Kids
for,
are, like,
3 years
overdosing
now.
on Benadryl.
I did so much that they called me Brenadryl.
Yeah. Yep.
It's like kids used to get high, and now kids are just like, I'll settle for like being sleepy.
Yeah, I'll settle.
I'll settle with not having to deal with this reality anymore.
Yo, you got the drill.
So I just want to throw it out here.
It's Benny's. You gotta say that. I'm trying to pop
Benny's
Benny.
already a hard drug.
Benny.
And I'm out.
This is so funny to me. So, Rob, when you hear getting zooted, what do you think? You think of just like getting high?
Maybe specifically like Xanax.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then I am wrong.
Yeah.
Then I am okay.
Yeah.
To me,
Don't try and get fucked.
That's exactly what Jake and I were saying. Yeah, it's more specific.
But the thing is, like, we could totally be wrong too. I think I could be wrong.
Because
I can.
I've also just said I'm zooted right now, and I don't do Xanax.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like took a bite of whipped cream.
Well,
I'm zooted.
Like be doing Xanax to get to say I'm zooted.
I shouldn't have to be blacked. Wait a minute.
I shouldn't have to be blacked out on
Hot take.
Xanax
Thank
to
you.
say I'm
DM.
zooted.
Canceled on one episode. It's a
Good one. For probably a few reasons.
Wait, what was
few
the
red
last part?
flags.
I didn't hear the last part. I'm sorry. Repeat yourself in my old man ears.
No, it's fine. This isn't a
What's
phone
that?
call.
No,
This is
what
a
I did.
phone call. Just move on.
What I did want to say was, Jacob. I don't think I've ever met you. But meeting you on this podcast has been awesome, and I wanted to tell you that your podcast. I watched like 2 or 3 clips, and it's awesome. It was like legitimately very good. I think you have a really good voice for this, and I'm
Thank
just
you
kind of
so
like
much.
complimenting you. But like, I was like really impressed. Like the clips I listened to were, of course, with like Brennan and Rob together. And,
Of course.
Yep.
it was, well, that's what I saw through Brennan's Facebook.
As long as you don't venture outside of any of their episodes, then you won't be disappointed. But I appreciate the compliment either way. Thank you.
Jake, what that sounds like is you need to get us on more episodes.
And
Exactly.
I think Demansky here is angling for a spot on your podcast, and we can facilitate that later on.
I'm thinking what we need to do is
Jake, just say it. Just quit being so ashamed.
I don't know movies like that.
Well,
I just
You don't have to. You just get to talk about
counts.
what we need to do is we need to follow up on that Medea double feature for Halloween because we're getting to that point where I got to record that.
I still maintain I want to do 2 episodes. I would like to do a Medea double feature episode as well as I would like to do just legit spooky movies between the 3 of us. Yeah. So I mean, but the Medea episode.
But it's Jacob's podcast, so
You're all welcome on my podcast anytime.
I'm a idea on that podcast.
Jacob, have you watched the movie Out Cold?
I have not seen that.
Out cold every time.
I have not. What is that movie? I haven't seen that one.
It's like late.
That's that's what we need to do. We've found the movie that Zach will recommend me when he comes on.
Yeah.
That'll be the gimmick.
I mean, it's like hearing have you seen Snow Dogs?
Yeah, that's a good movie. Okay, what's his name?
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Cuban Gooding Jr. Yeah, my grandma got me that movie on VHS when it came out.
Your grandmother's
Hell yeah. She cares about you.
Yeah, no doubt. She was like, "This is how you know I care about you. I got you."
Raw dogs.
Yeah.
dude. Wild Hogs.
Wild Dogs. That's also a movie I have seen.
I've seen Wild Hogs.
We've all seen Wild Hogs.
Old Dogs with John Travolta and Robin Williams.
That shit movie.
It's what I have not seen it since I was a kid.
I liked it when I was a kid.
I bet it holds up. I bet it holds.
The literally only thing I remember of that movie is I don't remember what that leads up to it, but there's a shot of Robin Williams and John Travolta on some sort of drug or whatever, and they have these perpetual smiles on their faces, and it's the creepiest shit. That's Old Dogs. What is
Ray Liotta's in Wild Hogs. Fun fact.
Well, John C. McGinley plays a state trooper that pulls them over, and they're going to a hot spring to take a swim, and John C. McGinley shows up and dives in the water naked.
Yep, he's into them. Yeah. He likes them.
Gay?
I'm telling you, this movie definitely holds up.
Yeah, it definitely.
It sounds like it does.
Just them riding their hogs, I can't get enough.
Wild Hogs.
It is disappointing that they did not have to ride back across the country at the end on literal hogs.
Well,
that would have been
that was way better.
William H. Macy is the only one who fucks in that movie. He's the only one whose hog is wild. Yeah.
He's got a fucking fat hog in that movie too, by the way. What you say?
Okay. He's protected by Scientology. So I just had a thought here. I'm looking at Rob's disgusting meal that he had earlier tonight. And if you got to order one single item from McDonald's, what are you guys getting?
Big Mac.
Just one item?
Yeah.
Just one Big Mac.
Probably. It's hard to say between any sandwich and fries. A large
okay, but when you say one item, do you mean one single food item or one meal?
I mean
no goddamn
item.
Just one actual
Get that double cheeseburger.
Big Mac all the way.
So you're the double cheeseburger.
I'm gonna
large fry. I might say large fry because there's a lot of food there. And
I'm gonna blow everyone's mind.
Everybody's delicious.
I'm gonna blow everyone's mind and go sausage biscuit.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Sausage what? What'd you get? Sausage
biscuit.
I think single cheeseburger is mine.
Single cheese.
You're on that
I think
bitch shit.
The double cheeseburger
You're on
fucked
that
up. I think the ratio's fucked up.
Well, also your single cheeseburger. What else is on your single cheeseburger, Brad?
Onions, ketchup.
Single slice of burger. A cheeseburger. What the fuck do you want? You cunt.
So what ratio are you worried about fucking up?
Bread.
All right, bread.
No. You're saying the single's a better ratio than a double? You're
No,
if anything, they're triple fast.
exactly. Zach is exactly right.
Yeah,
Zach is
that bread
exactly
is
right.
thin as shit. You need
that. You need those 2 patties, baby.
You need at least
do not-
3
you
would
do
be
not-
better.
You don't
much.
even have
It's too
ketchup.
much.
You don't have pickles. You have nothing compensated
much.
for all that bread.
Yeah, I'm
Too much,
tasting
he
the
says.
true.
Oh,
Yeah.
You're a child.
The cheese and the burger that I paid for in the fucking cheeseburger. What the fuck?
yeah. Watching you like explain to people at McDonald's how you've been burned before and you want a single cheeseburger and how that means just meat, bread, and cheese is amazing.
You know what you have to do is you just say plain cheeseburger, and they get it because it's a normal thing. It's a very normal thing.
I mean, I worked in fast food, and that is how you would order it, and that's how, he's right. A cheeseburger plain would just be just cheese and burger.
Yeah.
But
It's just a cheeseburger is what it
weird.
should be
That's
when you
fucking
order for
weird.
that.
That's what an 8-year-old orders.
Yeah, I'm also
It's a Happy
guys,
Meal
I'm
entree.
testifying that I've seen Brennan in this situation. Like this has happened. They've fucked it up before.
Okay, so yeah, they fucked it up before, but I've ordered it right. That's not on me.
Yeah, that could be true. I mean, dude, fast food is like, minimum wage bullshit jobs. People aren't
Yeah.
performing their goddamn best. They're not singing their hearts out in there, They're fucking there to make minimum
Are you
wage.
serious?
They wait a
Sack
minute.
every
What?
week.
They're doing show tunes while they're putting my burger together.
No, they do that. They do that. That's what slows it down. That's what makes it bad.
Oh, that's good.
Oh.
I
Like,
can't afford a living wage.
all the cockroaches come out of the ice cream machine that they've been hiding in. The reason the ice cream machine is always broken is because it's warm and a good place for cockroaches to hide.
And they sing to them, so they keep them there. And they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, we're gonna fix this. This is cool as shit."
Well, the cockroaches help out in the kitchen. That's what they say.
Right.
If Ratatouille's taught me anything,
Like
They got a family to take care of.
the cockroaches bring over the pickles to the guy putting it all together.
Alrighty, folks. So,
I
do we have
bet
any
you-
closing thoughts tonight?
One of my closing thoughts is that I bet you those cockroaches use a toothbrush like a little mop at the end of the night. They all
And I
work
like that.
together.
That's good.
That's just cute. Yeah, that's so cute.
And what are they? And yeah, that's great. That's good stuff. That's good stuff.
That just leaves a smile on everyone's
Yeah.
face.
I mean, I'm thinking of them tying 2 French fries together and making like a catamaran, like a little with 2 pontoons.
Just swim across the sand.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
They're swimming across the oil seas.
I'm gonna have to go to McDonald's
Very
tomorrow so I
hot.
can get my money.
Very hot
to support
oil.
the cockroach.
They're sailing over the oil trap.
I'm sailing over an oil trap on a cockroach.
I don't know if anyone else has thoughts. I just wanted to say, ButteryMales podcast. We have an Instagram, a YouTube, soon to have an email and a website, Twitter, Patreon. That'll all be up by the time this episode goes up. So don't give us money. The Patreon is just like for show. We don't want.
it's
we don't
literally
want
to stroke our own egos.
Give you the funny.
But
you
the
give
other
us-
no, don't give us money. But the
You
other
can
stuff,
send me
like,
money.
check us out on YouTube. Check us out on Spotify. We're gonna do Spotify too. Please don't steal our email before I can register it.
All right.
Anyone else?
You can send me money. I don't know why.
I was gonna say, well, no. What we'll do is we'll
can
accept
say
our money, but
That's
we accept their money on the Patreon, but the reward tier is that money gets refunded to them at the end of the month.
Hold on to this for 5 minutes.
Well, dude, if we do that enough, we might bankrupt Patreon.
I might really fucking rage against this machine, boy.
This machine that we're not even on yet. And we're talking about how we're gonna sabotage it.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, ButteryMales podcast, leftist podcast of the millennia.
Hell yeah!
And for millennials. You know?
Cool.
Do you know that?
Yeah.
Do we know? Are we putting it all together?
Is
though?
Brent? What are you talking about?
I'm having a stroke.
Oh, fuck.
Did anyone else
All right.
prepare a poem?
Oh yeah.
Wait, did anyone actually prepare a poem?
Yeah, I got you right now.
All right.
Here we go.
Let's
right.
do this.
Here we go. Seas are hot. Ooh, I need a boat. What's this on the ground? Near the water, not afloat. A long French fry me and my buddies might try. Go across the grease trap.
Yeah.
Tonight, we might die. Cockroaches here. We're cockroaches at McDonald's. The store is closed, and we're cockroaches, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
You wrote this 3 days ago. How did you possibly?
This whole thing was a ruse to... Yeah.
All right, who's next?
I mean, I have a piece of modern poetry if we want to do that. It's not technically a poem.
I didn't write it. I'll write one next week. I'll write a damn poem.
Is that how we want to end it? Just everyone, we rotate who has a poem at the end of every episode?
Yeah.
Whoever writes a poem, I guess we rotate it.
Okay. So then who's up next week then?
I want next week. If we're rotating it, I want next. Because then I want to listen to a bunch of poetry and have time to work on my second one.
Get some slam poetry in.
Yes.
I want you to go absolute berserk on this poem when we come back.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be.
I want you to be a disturbing anime about this poem.
It's gonna be straight wild.
Yeah.
It's gonna be wild.
It's gonna be a wet
Alrighty.
ass pussy poem.
Tune back in
Alright.
next week to listen to Rob's spitting straight fire.
My wet ass poem.
Sorry, everybody.
Can't wait.